Hello everyone, welcome to MCQs for judiciary exams. Question number 1. Who can be held accountable if a child protection law is misused to file a false complaint against a family member for personal vendetta? Option A, only the child. Option B, the complainant who misuses the law. Option C, the accused in the case. And option D, the investigation officer. The correct answer is option B. The Delhi High Court in Mrs. A.M. versus Government of State of GNCT Delhi ruled that a parent or guardian who lodges a false case under the POCSO Act against a family member for personal reasons can be held accountable. In this case, the mother used her minor daughter to file a false complaint against her estranged husband. Justice Arun Monga emphasized that the protective provisions of child protection laws cannot be weaponized for vindictive purposes. The mother was fined for misusing the POCSO Act. Question number 2. What happens to the balance amount in recovery proceedings once an appeal is filed and 10% of disputed amount is deposited? Option A. The balance account can be attached immediately. Option B. Automatic stay applies to the balance amount. Option C. Appeal is rejected if balance is not paid. And option D. No effect on recovery proceedings. The correct answer is option B. The Himachal Pradesh High Court in Skylight Manpower and Hospitality Service versus the Commissioner State Taxes and Excise 2025 clarified that under GST laws, once an appeal is filed under Section 107 and 10% of the disputed amount is deposited, an automatic stay arises on the recovery of the balance amount. The department cannot proceed with the attachment under Section 83 for the remaining sum. This ensures that the right to appeal cannot be made conditional upon depositing the entire decretal amount, safeguarding the appellant's statutory rights. Question number 3. Etymologically, the word ombudsman means option A, arbitrator, option B, regulator, option C, representative, and option D, head of the organization. The correct answer is option C. The word ombudsman means representative. It comes from the Swedish language and is derived from the Old Norse word ombudsmar, which translates to representative or agent. The concept's origin is traced back to Sweden in 1809, when the Swedish Parliament established the position of Justitieombudsman to investigate citizen complaints against the government. Question number 4. The maxim de minimis non curat lex is the foundation of which general exception under Chapter 4 of the Indian Penal Code? Option A, act causing slight harm. Option B, act of child under 7 years of age. Option C, act of child above 7 and 12 of immature understanding. And option D, accident in doing a lawful act. The correct answer is option A. The maxim de minimis non curat lex translates to the law does not concern itself with trifles. This means that if an act causes very slight harm so insignificant that a reasonable person would not complain, it is not considered an offense under the law. The principle is codified in Section 95 of the IPC, which explicitly states that an act causing slight harm not complained of by the person injured is not punishable. Question number 5. The defense of intoxication is not available. Option A, where the person is incapable of knowing the nature of the act. Option B, where the intoxication is voluntary. Option C, where the person is incapable of knowing that what he is doing is wrong. And option D, where the person is incapable of knowing that what he is doing is contrary to law. The correct answer is option B. The defense of intoxication is not available where the intoxication is voluntary. The principle is addressed in Section 24 of the BNS. It's the time for practice question. Who was the second woman judge of the Supreme Court of India? Option A, Sujata V. Manohar. Option B, M. Fatima Bibi. Option C, Leila Seth. And option D, Rooma Pal. Pin down your answers in the comment section below.